Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Minecraft video. Welcome back to part 3 of how to build a castle, and today we're going to concentrate on doing the Great Hall, I think. Just kind of deciding on maybe just the buildings inside and maybe working on the walls around. But let's go ahead and just start working on this, and hopefully we'll go from there and come up with something cool. So what we want to do first is this thing, we want just to make it like one big square for now. We don't want it to be too... we want to be pretty tall, so let's just decide how tall we want it to be. Maybe about there for now would be a good planning stage, and then let's go back to about here. And let's just see how this looks. So let's just do that, and then what metadata is that? Or that is 35.4, so that would be walls 35.4, and that sets that. Alright, so right now you're like, oh, that looks like a big ugly mess of crap. Well, right now it is. It's gonna have some stuff done to it as we go along. So let's see here, what could we do to make it more asymmetrical? Obviously I would like some towers in it, so what we could do is, like, what I'm planning on doing is giving it a steeped roof, so like it'll steep up. So what we could do right now is just kind of decide on the steep, just like this, and then we can just go ahead and steep it. So let's just see what it's going to look like. We'll add in the asymmetry as we're going along. But we want a nice tall roof. I'm not sure if I want to use stone for it, if I want to use Tudor. Probably Tudor, so let's just decide on Tudor for now, and we'll go on from there and see what we're going to do. So I'm just going to take all that out. We're just going to keep it a square for now. And let's go ahead and put in some towers. So I would like a square tower here. So just like, so this would be a good place to shoot down on the enemies right here. Maybe it doesn't need to be square. Maybe we can make it rectangle, just like that. And then this can be a good place to shoot down on the bad boys while they're coming up the causeway. So they can shoot down from this way, and it also gives you a good reach. Like, even you can reach around the building here and shoot down that way. So that's why I kind of built it out like this. And then what we can do is go ahead and set the wall of it. So let's go ahead and build this down to there, grab there, and then we're gonna go walls 35.14. There we go. Whoops. And then let's go ahead and change all this to red. So as you're going through planning stage, you just kind of add things here and there that you think would work for the build, like that you think would be beneficial to the overall cohesion of the project. And so, like, right here I'm deciding that I want to build another little tower, or not a tower, but a little, like, sort of just a place where all the guards, like, if they're during a wartime, they can still shoot down. So you can have like a three-way murder pit here, and it would just be suicide to walk up that, and that's exactly what we want. When you're making a defensive structure, you want to try to have as much layer of defenses as possible and maintain, you know, you want to keep it nice. And then in here, let's just go ahead and fill all this with 35.14, fill our 35.14. Crap, I forgot to set a parameter. Fill our 35.14, and we're just gonna do 20 just for kicks. There we go. So now that is all filled up. We got ourselves our wall here, and I think what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and make it flat across like that, so that way we don't have any issues with it. And then as you can see here, it's just one thick, but I might decide just to go ahead and make it too thick all the way across, or maybe too thick to here. I think that's a good idea. So let's go ahead and do that, and wall 35.14, just because, you know, instead of doing fill-r. Now another thing, I'm not sure if I want to do this, but I was thinking about putting like little arrow slits here, like this. But put them like, here, let's just go ahead and see what it'll look like. Right now with wool, it'll look really weird, but as we go on, it'll look better. But I was thinking arrow slits like that, and maybe the whole way along. Like this. I mean, it looks a little funky right now, but I think when we add in some stuff, it'll look a little better. And then we can obviously make a little, I don't know, that really weakens the structural support of this. So maybe we'll just take out a few. Take out a few like that. Maybe we'll keep those two. But, you know, if you have like that all the way along and it's only one thick, it might cause structural issues for the whole castle. So, yeah, we don't want that. And let's just go ahead and do that. Grab the arrow slit, put that there, and put that there like that. All right, so now we have the gate sort of decided, and now we're going to decide on all this. Now for the Great Hall, I'm thinking what we need to do is push this back some. So I think what we're going to do is just go ahead and build it to here. Let's go ahead and see how far this is. I would like to keep it in spaces of 3s, if all possible. And we're also going to make these walls too thick. 2, 3, 3, 3, and 3. So I think we're going to push it back to there. Just like that. Because we need some more room out front. Because I would like to make a sort of like, you know, outer thing here. So let's just try this. Let's just cut this down to about there. Set air V, and then we're going to just set all of this to 35.4 to there. Okay, and then we're going to do set 35.4. All right. Now what we're going to do is make all of the walls too thick. I'm not sure if I want to go outside or if I want to stay inside. I'm pretty sure I want to go outside because we're already sort of missing some room in here. So we're going to go outside. We should go inside, but whatever. You know what? Just do it. Just do it. Yeah, it's just the way it has to be. There we go. And then walls 35.4. All right, so that's a pretty important thing. Like if you're doing the main hall, at least whenever I do the main hall, I like to have a too thick wall because it gives you a lot more room for detail, for fireplaces, for pretty much anything. You know, it's a very important addition. So we obviously know that this is the main hall. So what you also have in a main hall is a central support. And I think what we're going to do is go ahead and put the central support here. So basically it's a one thick wall that goes all the way from the bottom all the way to the top. And it sort of divides the castle in half. Basically it just keeps everything together. It's a pretty important feature, at least that I know of. I'm not sure how historically accurate it is, but I saw it on one castle. When I was watching an episode of a documentary, and they had this central wall in the middle, and they were telling about how important it was, and like while they were doing it, the wall had fallen and they had to rebuild it and stuff. But it was actually kind of good that it turned out like that because then they made it a lot sturdier. But anyway, off that subject. So we got ourselves another. I'm not sure if this is a balustrade. Is this called a balustrade? Like a place where they would be up, they'd be shooting down and stuff? I don't know. And now we got to variate the height of this. So I'm just going to go ahead and stone this in, or yeah, plan that in. And then what we're going to do, I want to make this kind of higher. So what if we do, or maybe we can make that lower. No, we don't want to make that lower. What if we make this higher? I think once we make this little tower on the side, it'll be better looking. So let's just go ahead and do this little tower. It's going to be another 3x3 tower, just enough to put a normal stairs up. And we're going to do walls 35, 14 all the way to the top. We're going to get a nice tower here. Walls 35, 14. All right. So then that looks like that'll work. You get a nice downwards vector at the enemy there. And I'm not sure if I should make these walls facing towards this pit too wide. I'm not sure, but you see, if you make two thick walls in certain areas, then you lose a lot of the room inside the keep or inside the building, and we don't want to lose too much room. Alrighty, and I think what I'm going to do is another arch here, because I'm going to do a what am I trying to say? A sea bridge type of arch there. So you make it too tall and it's just going to be roofed pretty much. And it just goes across, you walk through, and yeah, and then you're into the main courtyard. So let's just go ahead and sort of decide this building here. So we'll do this. So it's already kind of laid out. We already know what it's going to look like. We're going to have to smooth out the courtyard. Like, I don't want it to be all variated and stuff. Like, I don't want it to be all over the place. I want it to be like flat all the way across. And then what we want for here, so this will be the door into our, there we go. So let's just go ahead and do this. We'll do things of 2. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And this will be like the way into the horse stalls. I think that'll be a good idea. Maybe we'll make this one taller. There we go. Yeah, that'll be nicer. And then we can go ahead and just kind of finish this off. We only need 2 entrances, I think. And I don't think this is going to be too bad. I mean, the stairs are going to be a little funky. We're going to have to work on this a little bit. Because I would like a 2 space here, because once you have the stairs there, you're only going to have 1 space. So what's going to probably happen is, let's go ahead and push this wall back 1. So if we push the wall back to here, which isn't going to be a big deal. I mean, we can easily set it out. And we can do that. Set 35, 4. Just like that. And then there you go. Problem solved. And we're going to go ahead and make the entrance into our stable. We want to make it as close to that as possible. So maybe we'll just do this. Like that. And we'll just make a 2 wide entrance into the stables. Yeah, it's no big deal. And then you come in, and then there's going to be like stables up against like this back wall or something. And I think that'll be pretty good once we're done with it. So this will be the stable house. And also maybe up top we'll have lots of hay and lots of stuff to feed the horses. Hay, grain, oats, whatever you want to feed the horses at the time. Doesn't matter to me, but there we go. That's pretty nice. And so we kind of already decided that this is the floor level of there. And now what we need to do is decide on the, I think what we're going to do is just go ahead and let's do this. I need to make all this green wool. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that really quick. And we also need to take all this down. There we go. And see, the thing is you create this little pit here. So what we're going to need to do is we need to make a drain here in the corner. So all the water that kind of collects here, we need to figure out a system to get the water out here and then through the castle here. But the problem with that is this is going to be the main area for attack, so it might cause a structural deficiency. So, whoa. I mean, there's really nothing else we can do, so we're just going to have to do that, a drain there. So it'll just be a weak point in the castle, I think. There we go. And then now I'm just going to go ahead and time-lapse this while I finish this green part. And we'll go ahead and decide on all the courtyard area. So I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. And so we've decided, you know, I've done it really quick with the brush obviously, but I decided that's going to be where the courtyard's going to be. Now, what I want to do is I want to make the main entrance into the keep, like right here. And what I'm trying to figure out is if I want to raise it up one or if I want to keep it ground level. Now, the problem is, if I keep it ground level, then it's going to be, you know what? I don't know. I think it would be best to make it ground level, like right here. So you come up here, and then let's just test what this is going to look like. Let's try a 2 wide entrance first and see how that will look. Now I think what I'm going to do is arch it all the way up. So like put little arches in, just like this. But we got to figure out the door, not arches. But still, I mean, while you're building the arches, you can figure out the doors. So we can go ahead and put one door here. And this can be the main entrance in. If we go ahead, we can actually build it one higher. And then this can be like a step up here to go into the castle. And then we can have, we'll design the interior of the hall later on. But that kind of sets, you know, what we want to do. And what we're going to do also is set layers. So let's go ahead and grab some, I'm going to go ahead and grab brown just because it's a cool color. And brown, so basically when you're building a castle or a tower or anything, you have what's called, I forget what the actual name of it is called, but it's basically a layer of stone bricks, of chiseled, not chiseled, but stone bricks basically, that make it so that it's basically when you're starting off fresh, so that when you're building your structure, it doesn't start to lean. Like if you're just using cobblestone the whole way up, it just starts to lean because it's not structurally, it's not flat, and like you kind of lose direction of it while you're building. But whereas stone bricks sort of flattens the surface again, and then it creates a new level, like a new it makes it flat again. That's pretty much the best way to say it. And yeah, so then that works out pretty well for this. And so we're gonna go 5 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. I typically like to go 5 up because it just works best for what I like to do. You know, I could just select all this, couldn't I? And we're gonna go ahead and do 35, 12. And so it'll go all the way across to here. And we're going to do walls 35, 12. There we go. Anyway, yeah, the layers is an important part of building a castle in my opinion, because it just provides that, not only that detail, but it also provides a really neat, you know, extra feature. Now we're gonna do the same thing for along this side as well. So let's just go ahead and do it. Say for this tower, we'll do it right here, and we might even add in something like the other tower over there, where it's kind of like foundationed. We can go ahead and do that now. So let's just go ahead and do this around. We're gonna keep the corners open because I feel that looks a little better for this instance. And we'll go ahead and do that to there. So then that way it looks a little more, yeah, obviously foundationed. Looks a little better. So what I'm planning on having is more like sort of fortifications up on the main hall there. But as we're building along, it's going to look like crap. So trust me, it's going to look like crap while we're building it. But you don't get the true value of the build until you're finished. Or till you get to the detail phase pretty much. So while you're doing the base phase, like, don't worry about the looks. Just kind of put down a plan. Kind of decide on what you want to do with it. Decide on the, defensive features, how you would think that the castle, the best way the castle would function pretty much. And then you can go from there. So anyway, I think that that's going to go ahead and end this episode. We've done a little bit. I've explained a good bit. And, we've added some more defensive features and some towers and such. And so as we go along, we're going to keep, doing some things like this. And like for next, we're probably going to, finish that building and design some more of the walls and stuff. Like do the bastion over there. But little by little, this castle is going to get completed. And we're going to add on extra depth features like, most likely I'm just going to do this for the outside. Up to there just to give it an extra depth feature, obviously. And we're going to do one here as well. You just kind of add in things like that. Like, you see how that's all flat? As we go along, we're going to add in towers and different battlements and fortifications and windows and like little things that stick out and such that will really make it look a lot better. But right now we're just developing the base, and in the end it'll look pretty nice, hopefully. Hopefully is key word. But yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like. If you learned something, please subscribe. If you want to see more, obviously, please subscribe. And yeah, I have a Twitter and a Facebook. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and like me on Facebook. I stream a lot. I stream, yes, on Twitch. So you can follow me over on Twitch as well. And hopefully you'll be able to catch me over there on a Monday or Saturday or whenever I'm able to stream. Sometimes I surprise stream depending on what's going on at the time. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Looking forward to our next one. Till next time, bye-bye.